for the remission of your sins and filled with the Holy Ghost. But if you choose to be friends with someone outside, then you better weigh these options out very carefully. If you call yourself being saved and you hanging out with people that's cussing, why? What's the trade-off? What's the payoff there? If you're hanging out with people that's drinking, why? What's the payoff there? If you're hanging out with people that's lying, what is the payoff there? Where's Jesus at in that? And if you have Jesus in you, if you're standing so strong, why are you over there instead of them over here with you? Ask yourself. And if this is you, then you need to make some changes because you're not pulling these people. These people have already pulled you. And no matter what lie that you try to tell yourself, no matter what lie the devil tries to tell you and you stand on, if you are over here in it and they're not over here in it, or you over here more than what they over here, well then the facts is right there. Open up your eyes. And just because you don't want people to see or you think people don't see doesn't mean that they don't. If you are going out with people that's throwing birthday parties, throwing all kinds of different parties, and you know that your pastor will show up right there, that you be the first, I'm just here just for a second to say happy birthday, and you know, the family or close friends, how you doing? Pastor, I'm leaving when you leaving. We got here at the same, you know, I just parked in the back right here and I seen you come in. What are you doing here? You know, you have to ask yourself, and don't be fooled. Your pastor was saying, somebody called me over here to pray for somebody. Was it you? You the one that needs prayer? Or I'm not here. I had to park here in front of this house, but I'm going next door. Why are you over here? You have to ask yourself, because your pastor is not always going to be there, but Jesus is. Jesus is. And the people that you are around, are they good examples if you're a parent to your children? If they're not a good example to your children, if it's not somebody that you can take your pastor around, well then why are you around there? And you have to make sure that you weigh this out because this is your life. This is your choice and this is your life. And it's not too late to change. It's not too late to change. If you need some strength, if you need to be stronger, if you need a little more courage in order to stand up and to make this change, if you're married and you need to make a change together as a couple, if you're single and you need to make a change, if you're a family and you need to make a change, well then now's the time to do it. Now is the time to make that move. Now is not the time to be afraid. But when you hanging around with somebody that's saying, I love Jesus, and then they cussing, look on Facebook. And if any of these people that's on your friends list on Facebook is somebody that you hanging out with, especially if they go into church, and they go into worldly concerts, and they drinking, and they partying, and they cussing. And I mean, they have social cussers, just like they have social drinkers. They have social sex. They have social this and social that. And the social going to end you up in hell. And the one that you socializing with, drop it like it's hot. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Do not have any attachments to it. If you cannot live for Christ 100% and pull them, distance yourself. Distance yourself. Because just like I asked the young man, are you ready to please God? Are you going to continue to please yourself? Are you going to continue to please man? Because we're only going to be on this earth for a short time. And we don't know when our life is going to be over. We don't have, some of us don't have a clue. Some people might go to the doctor and they say they got 3 months, 2 months, 5 years. You don't know. But what you do know is that when you leave here, you can leave here prepared. And you can leave an example, a godly example, for somebody else to follow. If you was to die right now, a very, very special about her. She was a praying woman. She was a giving woman. She was a generous woman. She was a nice woman. She was a peaceful woman. She was a nice dressed woman. She had taste. She had style. She was a good wife. She was a good mother. She was dedicated to the church services. She was organized in the church. She was a studier. Did I say she prayed? This what was taught to me by her, and how to relate to people, how to help people, how to strengthen people. You guys say, well, you do this in the church, and you do this in the church, and you like to say this and do this. This is because this is one of the things that I learned from her when I first came into that church, and I was pregnant with my number 2,